Hey guys, so today I'm going to start off by using my NYX HD concealer in the shade number 1 to prime my eyes. And then to cover my pimples, I'm going to be using the same concealer. And I'm going to blend it out with my concealer brush. To set the concealer on my eyes, I'm using the One Wild Single Eyeshadow in the shade Creme. For the eyes today, I'm going to be using the Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced, and I'm going to be going into Puree, and I'm going to be using a BH Cosmetics 101 brush. Now this shade is going to be a transition shade, so what I'm doing is I'm just buffing it into my crease and outer corner. It doesn't matter if you get a little bit of the shade into your lid because we are going to clean it with some concealer later. Now I'm using Summer Yum and I'm going to be deepening up the outer corner and the crease just a little bit. And I'm using a crease brush from Royal. For this part, I'm just using the same concealer I used to prime my eyes, and I'm just going to be using the flat concealer brush, and I'm just going to be cutting the crease. Now I'm just going to set the eyes just so the concealer doesn't crease. Now I'm going back in with Summer Yum and the crease brush, and I'm going to be blending out that outer corner just to make everything look seamlessly blended. Now I'm going in with Nectar and I'm going to be applying it on the lid, and I'm using the flat shader brush. Once again, I'm going back in with the crease brush and blending everything again. I'm using the BH Cosmetics pencil brush just to define the crease a little bit more. For mascara, I'm using this little sample and it's from Chanel, Le Volume de Chanel Mascara. For lashes today, I'm using the same NYX lashes in style 21. And for foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 115 and 122. The reason why I did this is because I feel like 122 is too dark for you, but it's like my undertone. And then 115 is too pink, but it lightens the foundation, so I just mix them together. Now to blend out the foundation, I'm using a Real Technique sponge. I have no idea why I'm breaking out. I stopped using the Makeup Forever foundation to see, maybe because since it was a new foundation, maybe that was what's breaking out. But no, it's not, because I stopped using it and I'm still breaking out, and it's so weird because my skin just never breaks out. And just to add more coverage, I'm gonna go back in with the foundation brush and applying a little bit more foundation where I have my pimples and blending it out with my beauty sponge. To conceal and highlight, I'm using the NYX HD concealer in the shade number 1, and I'm going to be highlighting under my eyes, nose, cupid's bow, chin, and forehead. And I'm just going to blend it out with a Real Technique sponge also. Now I'm just using my Airspun translucent powder to set my face, and I'm using the same e.l.f. brush as always, and then I'm going to be setting my under eyes with my Real Technique sponge. To contour, I'm using the e.l.f. Duo Blush and Contour Palette, and I'm going into the contour shade. And then I'm using my Forever 21 brush, and I really like going into circular motions when I do my contour. I feel like that's how best comes out when you do in circular motions instead of like back and forth. And for the forehead, I'm using my BH Cosmetics brush. For bronzer, I'm using the Hoola Bronzer, and I decided to change brush because this brush is a little bit less dense than the other one, so it's not going to apply as much product and it's not going to come out as intense as I always make it, and it's, you know, way better this way. For the nose, I'm using the same contour powder that I used for my face, and I'm using the large blending brush from Lab 2. And then I'm going in with my Royal brush that's angled and buffing out the color to make it look more natural. And to make the contour from the nose less intense, I'm just going to be applying a little bit of powder. And I'm just using the same powder that I used to set my whole face. Now I'm just going to bake under my contour to make those cheekbones very sharp. The blush I'm using today is from Stilla, and it's a custom color blush, self-adjusting coral. And yes, I had to detach myself from the MAC one for a little bit. And for highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Glow Kit in Sun Dipped, and I'm using Summer and Moonstone, but I'm mostly using Moonstone because I kind of wanted a more pinkish highlight instead of a golden highlight. To highlight my brow bone and inner corner of the eyes, I'm going to go into White Peach, and I'm using a small blending brush from e.l.f. For the lower lash line, I'm going into Summer Yum, and I'm going to be using a pencil brush from BH Cosmetics. To line my waterline, I'm using my NYX black pencil liner, and I'm just going to be applying it bottom lashes. And for my lower lash line, I'm using the same mascara as the top lashes. Now I'm just highlighting my... Was that a mosquito? Okay, whatever. Now I'm highlighting my cupid's bow, tip of my nose, and the bridge of my nose. And I'm using the Anastasia highlight. Now I'm just gonna brush off big-ish, you know, usual. Now to set the face, I'm using the Wet n Wild setting spray. For lips, I'm using the NYX Nude lip liner, and then I'm going in with the Sugar Baby Sunlight Gloss. This is the finishing look. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching, and please like and subscribe. Bye!